Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday morning, evening or afternoon, wherever you guys are. Really excited to get at this one. It's been a week, I think, to the day, or close to that, since we showcased our first reveal of Gothic craft structures. Since then, obviously took a lot of your feedback on board on the previous stream, so there's been some amendments, some different things added to that as well. So hopefully you'll see some improvements if you were on the previous stream. If not, don't worry, you'll get to see everything again. But the big thing tonight is there's a load of new items being added to this as well, so really can't wait to showcase this with you. As always, I will do shout outs at the beginning, so if you've got anything you want to say, I'll pop it in chat, stick it in there, and yeah, we'll do a few shout outs and we'll make a start super quick. So yeah, a couple of hours if that, going through everything we've got so far. And yeah, hopefully, as I said like last time as well, sorry, please give us your feedback and your suggestions, because again, we do take it on board, and it does really help us to make sure that when we do release the mod, it's as good as it can be from the beginning. And that'll mean there's going to be not many amendments or re-uploads of the mod and having to keep re-downloading it and uploading it and all that kind of jazz as well. So yeah, we'll jump in this super quick. So massive welcome to the following people. So Zant, how you doing, mate? Candice Livingston as well. Yana, how you doing? We've got Treacherous as well. Hyper Apex as always. Rebel Clef, how you doing, buddy? We've also got Stevie G as well. So yeah, looking forward to this. How you doing, everyone? 45 people in the chat already, so we'll wait till we get a few more in, and then we'll make a start. Amp, how you doing? How you Booster as well? How's it going? Mike's Gaming Oasis as always. Have you recovered? Have you recovered from your stream last weekend? It was great, by the way, and not gonna lie, I really did revel in the fact that the maze took almost 2 hours to complete. So, but yeah, it was great, and some amazing prizes to give away there as well, buddy. So, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it, buddy. I think it's safe to say that most of us really want to know if you have a release date yet. No, but what I will say is it was submitted on Monday, and I've received an email from CourseForge to say they're getting the mod, and to let us know when they're ready to review it. So the process has started, and so yeah, we've got to get this up and running pretty quickly. Brinny, how you doing? Sandy, as always, mate, welcome back. Alter Ego 101, how's it going? Also, Crazy Resport says, wow, Crazy Respawn says, amazing. Yes, it was indeed. B Angels, how you doing? How you doing? How are you doing? Hey, Crafty Mama, how you going? Good afternoon. How you doing? How are you doing? Nax says, hope everyone's good. Charlie 1840, as always, welcome back to another stream, buddy. And More Gamer, how you doing? Finally made it on time. How you doing? Bangles, what is that? Oh, Bangles. All right, there we go. Got it. All right, I should remember that one. It's just I'll ditch the little line. Mike says, Aaron, did you enjoy your time building in Shrek? You know what? It was surprisingly, I did enjoy it. Obviously, what I will say is, if I was doing this as a not in creative mode, like in survival mode, I don't think I would have liked it as much. I think that's what kind of put us off at the beginning. So yeah, it was a good introduction, Mike. Genuinely appreciate it, mate. And Fernandez, how you going? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you back. Can I have the chair, Aaron? Can I have that chair, Aaron, but with more... This chair with more purple, or the chair in the game? I'm confused. Crazy says, you will be able to know... Why can't I read tonight? You know what? I think next stream I'm going to put my glasses on. You will be happy to know the quarter slope and shallow railings have finally come to Castlecraft. A few things have to sort, and it will be updated for you also. Yes, and we've got them in the Gothic mod, so we'll be able to show you kind of what they'll look like. Funnily enough, though, unless they've changed it, because there was an update yesterday, I think, on the game. The quarter slopes, the quarter slope railings and stuff still do not snap to quarter stairs and quarter ramps, so I don't know why. Well, it is what it is. Cyan, how you doing? And Sierra says hello. Right, okay. We've got 56 people in the chat. Before I start, as always, a massive thank you to the sponsor of the channel, that is Nitrado. For those who don't know, they're the ones who sponsor all of my servers. I've got 10, all free to play. Join my Discord if you want to join them. Great mods in there, decent enough rates, and yeah, friendly community to play along with. But yeah, that's Nitrado. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. And without further ado, I think we should get cracking with the knacking. Hard words, just like hard pillars. They are. To be fair, I'm really out of practice. I've only streamed once in the past 5 months or so. Obviously, I streamed on Saturday with Mike, but that's easy because I've got someone else to bounce off. But when I'm doing it myself, it's just me, my thoughts, and my words. So you know, you know me by now. We mumble through it, but we always get there in the end. I'm not on the beach anymore. I am on Astrios because it's got really good lighting. So what I didn't want to do is do it on a dark map because obviously it's quite a dark mod, hence the name. But I want to kind of just showcase so you can see everything and all the little details and stuff. But yeah, once it's ready, once we're almost there and it's got a release date and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll stick it in a different map and we'll do some builds with it and stuff. But for now, it's just so you can see everything. So Astrios is quite a light map, which is kind of what I wanted to kind of show you everything on. Because again, sometimes, I mean, Crazy's right. I mean, the previous stream, people said it's a bit too pink. But that was because the way art works is it reflects bloody everything. And it was reflecting the sand on the beach. Hey, Ron, how you doing, mate? 100%. That's where it's all come from, Mike. That's where it's originated from. Right, you know what? I think we'll just get straight into it. Same as before. I'll try and keep it as easy to see and follow along so you can see all the pieces individually. And then at the end, like we did last time, we'll probably do a little bit of a... let's get rid of them dinos. A little bit of a build, not a huge build, but to kind of showcase kind of where our thought process was and where we think things would go and how you would skin stuff and whatnot. So yeah, Slayers, how you doing? Hoping on to throw a like while I get errands done. Appreciate you, man. And as always, Mike's Gaming Oasis coming in with the 5 gifted members, painting the chat green. So thank you so much, buddy. Huge welcome to the new members. That's Micey or Macy, to Hikari, to Dragon Stew, to Sandy, and also the last one is Tibbs2. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, buddy. Gotta get rid of some of the grey. Good man, I genuinely appreciate the support. Right, okay, so first thing you'll notice, big change, is we've now got an additional section. Ignore the text. We've now got a decor set in here as well. So we've got the castle structures, we've got the castle trim. Village, again, still don't know where we're going with that. There's been no improvements or additions to that one. There's going to be a village trim set as well. Courtyard structures. There will be a courtyard trim. And we've got a deco set as well. So the idea, again, just if you're not aware, what we did say last week was Castlecraft, the trim set got, and the deco set got a lot of attention. People seem to like it. So we are bringing this back. But we're changing it so that it's not just one trim set that kind of covers all of the sets. Each individual set will have its own trim. So the idea will be Castle will have trim, Village will have trim, and the Courtyard will have trim as well. Then there'll be a deco set which will be able to decorate the whole lot. That is the plan. Hopefully that doesn't sound too complicated. And yeah, I'll show you how it's going to work tonight. And yeah, fingers crossed it ain't going to be too bad. So we'll start off, as we do always, with the foundations. And we'll go from there. Hey, Realmscat, how you doing? How are you doing? Right, okay, so let's just, you know what, start where we are. And again, I'm going to try and lay these out nicely, so we get a good kind of, good feel, a good view for what we got. I think next time I'll set these up. I do this every time. I always say that. I always say, I think I should set these up, and I never do, so... Y4 SH4, is there hangar variant? Yes, there is. You'll get to see that. Yes, we will we will try. In fact, no, we'll not try. We will. There's only one we need to do now. All of the base structures in the game will definitely have a skin, and most of them will have variants as well. That's the plan. Just do us a favor. No more mazes for. Yeah, that was a one and only for me. It was just to get revenge on Mike. So there we go. Right. Okay. The hanger is the variant of the there's the barn door, crazy, you know, the large hatch frames. That's what that is. You got a hanger, a barn door, and I forget what the other one is, but that's what that is, mate. It's not like a Gothic hanger. It's not. There's nothing. It's not like a thing. Right. So feedback we got last week was the standard base foundation. Although people liked it, there was a bit of a concern around if you're doing like rounded structures, they wouldn't kind of blend very well. So we've changed the base foundation to this one here, so it's a little bit more kind of ruggedized, broken, whereas the previous one was very kind of pristine. So there we go. Hey Yana, how you doing? Is there a massive window in the large wall? There will be, Amp. There's going to be lots of large windows. We're just figuring out how we're going to do it, whether it's going to be with a dino gate or whether it's going to be with a large wall. But either way, we'll be looking at bringing some largers. Again, you'll see a little bit later on when I do this, you can make your own large windows as well. Powerpuff, how you doing? So yeah, so that's the standard foundation. Slightly different to the one you saw on the last stream. And then we've got more of like a inside kind of decorative stone foundation. One of my personal favorites in this. We've also got the like a marble effect, so got a good shine out of that as well. So again, an internal structure, and we've also now got which I'm really happy about, is we do have your kind of Gothic carpet with a kind of cool pattern on there as well. So we've got an additional set of structures, and we've also kind of improved and changed the first one there as well. Come on, Crazy, you're helping the mods and not knowing the hanger structures. Definitely wasn't wondering wondering the same thing. Treasure, you'll know how you guys made a harp that plays music. Should make a Gothic DJ setup. And Yoshi says the carpet's... Yeah, it's cool. It works really well. And the plan's going to be... There'll be different variants of that as well that you'll be able to cycle through. So yeah, hopefully it's going to... You'll see that in the upcoming streams. Didn't like the compression. What happened there? Did YouTube go crazy or something? But anyway, in real life, they look epic. Right, okay. So that will be it in terms of the foundations for the castle set. So there's 4 variants. There's obviously other variants in the other sets as well, but I think we've got a good kind of like base for your foundations. So yeah, so sticking with the foundations, we're going to go to the quarters. Yeah, and as Crazy said, there's a lot of cool things that's been added with the carpet structure as well. So again, really excited to show them off. And yeah, it was something that we always kind of wanted to do. Yeah, we had a bit of a chat the other week, me and Crazy, and yeah, finally got it done. Holy smokes, 2 streams in less than a month. You know what? I'm doing well. To be fair, I've actually got something to stream now as well. It's and so yeah, so and as you can tell, it's something I'm excited about. So yeah, got something to finally show you all. Hey Fram, how you doing? Oh, Framark, how's it going, buddy? So again, just like Castlecraft, and again, that was one of the comments we had. You couldn't really replicate this, so the plan is now, with any of the quarters, you should be able to replicate what you've got with your full one. And again, one of the real benefits of that is if you're building something that's got like an odd number, you might have 2 foundations and, you know, a single one there and a single one there, or a single, just a single one. You can finish off your full floor and it won't look kind of odd. It'll all look the same. So yeah, so that's the standard. We've also got the decorative version. There is actually 2 variants of the marble. So I'll skin all these up first to start with, make it to make life a little bit easier. So yeah, 2 versions of the marble. So the idea with this one is you can use this almost as a trim piece, makes a different pattern, which is quite cool. What was that? What was that? Oh, I wonder what that was. So yeah, this could be like a trim piece, but it gives you a different pattern. Basically with this one, your stars in the middle rather than the edges. And then we've also got the second variant there with the stars kind of all the way around. But again, the good thing is you can mix and match these as well. So as an example, you know, that different patterns if you wanted to all the way around. But yeah, and the same with this. We've got a cool quarter carpet as well. So again, pretty cool. And again, these are seamless and they do work very well together. You have just enough testers yet? I volunteer. We haven't even looked at testers yet. That'll be something we will be looking at. So again, I'll announce it on the Discord. So again, if you are interested, let me know. We will want a mix of PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC, and Windows. If anyone plays on Windows as well, it'd be good to get people on Windows as well. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Cyan, as well, because if you just place it by itself, I mean, again, if you just place it by itself, it's hard to... Or you place it alongside these other bits, it's difficult to notice. But yeah, it's quite a cool little pattern. It works really well. Right, and then the last thing with these is your triangles. So again, just going to stick these down. And I'll quickly skin these. So again, you know, back to, I don't know who mentioned that on the previous stream, but these are pretty much seamless. You know, they do fit very well. Again, we are going to be kind of tweaking these models on more. If you see any gaps or anything that's bumpy or not where it needs to be, that will all be fixed before the initial release. Sorry, the initial release, but yeah, official. Again, circle builds now should be pretty good. Can't really do that with these because you never get the diamonds in the middle. So with this one here, it's got its own kind of unique pattern. But again, in terms of the design, it looks pretty cool. Disclaimer, might be fixed. Marble, again, the pattern doesn't lend itself to having kind of continuity with the triangles. Really hard to do, but again, this will be pretty cool. Like as a centerpiece with a pillar coming off, I would say. It allows you to do a little bit kind of more with your build. And the carpets, the pattern is really kind of complex, but again, it's fairly seamless. There's a few kind of little gaps, but again, when you're down on the ground level, it looks fine. It looks fine. I like you don't have to worry about the direction the quarter floors are facing. Yeah, you know what? For me, I can live with that. It is literally, it's just in the middle. And ultimately, when we're here, not too bad. The carpet can be painted, but red, I think Crazy's already mentioned, red and black are the two hardest colours to colour, to change, or to paint, sorry, in Arc. So there is something we're looking at doing, and watch this space. If we get this working, you'll not need to colour it. You can just cycle through different variants of it, and it'll change the colour. That's the plan. Hey, Reverend, how you doing, mate? As always. Anyone else stream turn to porridge when get too close? Does it? Does it? Still think a solid white with black trim would be good with marble triangles. Solid white with black trim. So like no cross, no grout in there. Is that what you're saying? Ruin? But yeah, there we go. Foundations. So does YouTube go mad when I do this? When I look at this? That's bonkers. I don't know, why would it do that? Is it just, like you say, compression? I noticed when you use the triangles with wood, in order for it to flow right, you have to make sure the floors are always facing the right direction, so these will save. Yeah, and that's, you know, sometimes you can get it to be pretty much seamless. Other times, because of the nature of how they're lined up, it's pretty much impossible. But yeah, it's just, I think it's fairly good. And as I said, you know, when you're inside and you're running around, you're never really going to tell. Yeah, bro, it looks trippy, says Aussie Rob. The stream doesn't change for me, says the Reverend. Regular foundations variant matching the triangles. Regular foundations variant matching the triangles. Still don't know what that means, Rowan. Crazy, do you know what they mean? I am confused. Doesn't take much though. It doesn't take much. Hey, GT, how you doing? CXZ, thank you for the sub. Right, okay. That is the foundations. Again, like I said, keep your suggestions coming, because it is nice to hear ideas, and feedback as well is pretty important, to be fair. Maybe they mean the pattern is different. Yeah, I don't know if they mean, because when they've said regular now, I don't know if they mean on this one. I don't know. Right, okay. Let's get a bit of space. Cheers, Aussie. For the white marble, make it a regular square variant matching the triangle, but keep the stars for a border. Ah, so you mean do that in there? Is that what you mean? Like, put that design in there. Bloody Lena, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Right, okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'm good. I am really good. Right, okay, Ron. We get there. We got there in the end. We got there in the end, man. Wow. Holy crap. Right, okay. Walls. There has been some massive changes to the walls. Or not changes, additions to the walls. So, firstly, I'll just quickly skin it. So hopefully you should see this. It's a lot darker now than it was on the previous stream. That's because we're not on the beach. But again, I'll quickly show you this. These are similar to Castlecraft, slightly bigger and a bit more rugged. But yeah, that is what we've gone for, like a grey. Suggestion, I like the effort made so far with the black shirt and black hair, but still moving the eyeliner, black eyeshadow. I don't know where you were going with that, Apex, Hyper Apex. And again, everything looks pretty cool wet. And the carpet looks really good wet. I'm not going to go too close. But yeah, the carpet looks great wet as well. Right, okay. Walls. Let me put a few out. So we've now got variants for the walls, but the variants aren't on the inside, outside, they're for the inside. So again, hopefully, this should... wet carpet, yeah. It's not like wet wood. There is depth to it. Yeah, they're not straight. You can see the bricks are kind of all sticking out. If you get close to it, it's got quite a bit of depth. Can you see that? It's not flat. All the bricks are slightly out. Yeah. Again, hard to tell on stream, but again, so to help with depth, a lot of people kind of put pillars and. Some crazy people put lots of pillars and other bits to kind of decorate these walls. We've now got variants for the walls on the inside. So basically, if you cycle through, we've got two at the moment. We've got a trim piece here, again, which is quite cool. And we've also got some kind of Gothic arches as well. So again, the idea will be, if you've got a build, you can quite quickly decorate this just by cycling through. And I will show you a little bit later on kind of some ideas we've got for these. But again, with this, there's a little lip on the top, so if you want to kind of double up on this as well, you could. You know, so again, you can go kind of pretty high with these, and they'll go all the way through. You don't want too thick makes wall decor very difficult. Yes, it's another good point, to be fair. The Reverend, holy moly, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Holy cow. The mod looks great. Thanks so much for giving us such cool skins to play with. You know what? You're a legend. And I say this every time, but thank you so much, buddy, for your support. Cannot thank you enough, mate. And yeah, that's an orange one. I haven't seen that one of them for a while. Thank you so much, pal. But yeah, so there's the two. I'll cycle through them both now. We've got a trim, and we've also got the arches. We want to try and put one more in there. I think 3 variants will be pretty cool. Exactly. So yeah, so with these, there's a lot of depth, but again, we've kept the original torch. Let's get a torch. Where's the wall torch? We've kept the original size to the walls, so you can put things like torches in between. Obviously, what we're planning on doing is, if you want to put one of these here, when we bring out the Gothic Craft Deco mod, we'll make sure that we've got torches that kind of fit or stick out from here as well. But again, if you're using standard stuff, yeah, you're limited to obviously the what do you call it? The collision that's already there. Yes, everything will be paintable, absolutely. Electric Treasure Hunter. Yes. So geodating, that was mentioned, that was spoke about or talked about on the previous mod. We might even do like a ruins set. So rather than having to cycle through to get to it, just do a completely separate set, which is like more of like ruined columns and ruined walls and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, not a bad shout. Right, okay. Walls done. Done. Yes, it would. Well, yes and no. Because ultimately, when you come to the end, you're always going to have a half. We'll put some pillars on in a second, we'll show you, because again, we do have decorative pillars, which will pretty much cover this as well. So hopefully, I'll show you that if you remind me. No, we can't treacherous, because obviously you're limited to this one. You could half this and then half that again, potentially. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. So we could do a bottom, middle, and top. So rather than it being, to be fair, you could do it so it's bottom, a double one, or you could have a larger arch that kind of goes up there. Yeah, I like that. And that's keeping in with the windows. Yeah, that would look nice. Yeah, I like that. Good idea. I like it. I like it a lot. Right, okay. So, door frames. Yeah, 100%. It's got way more than Castlecraft already. And when you see the stuff we've got in tonight, hopefully you'll see that some of the stuff you're going to be able to make relatively quickly as well is going to be pretty cool. So I believe we've got 2 square doors and we've got 2 arched doors. So yeah, the arch frame is again probably one of my favourite little bits in there. And right, so doors. There may be more. We've changed a few things on the doors. So we've added some new door handles on some of them. So the idea, try and just make this a little bit more variable, because there's loads of doors, but they all have the same kind of they had this little handle on there. So we now, some of the doors, they've got like a new handle. So yeah, just a little more variety if you're making a large build, so all your doors don't look the same. But so we've got 2. Yes, we've got 2 square doors, and we've got 2 arched doors. So again, different handle on that one, and bit of a different pattern on that one as well. So again, 4 small doors, all with different kind of varieties. And 2 different, what do you call them, door frames on that one as well. Hey, Shell, how you doing? How you doing? Right, okay. Tall doors. I know we've got more of these, so let's just, let's try that. One suggestion, but we haven't done this, again, I'll completely forgot, was to add maybe to the top, like this, onto this one as well, which I think was a really good idea, but yeah, totally forgot. So that will be coming. That will be coming. But we do have a kind of tall arch on there as well, which I do like, and we have gone above the kind of standard kind of size of the wall. But again, if you put another wall on the top of that, I think it'll work fairly nicely. So yeah, I think, again, I keep forgetting how many doors we've got. Let's just try this. Let's see. I'm sure we'll figure it out. So again, we've got different doors with different handles. Just, yes, okay. And we've got 2, I think, is it 2? Yes, we've got, no, we got 3. Sweet. Added a new one. There we go, window. So again, there's your standard. There's kind of your more decorative. And then we've got 3 arched variants. So we've got this one here. We've got one with kind of more spikes on there, and we've got one with a window. And you'll notice as well, we've now got new glass in the windows. So again, it's we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got now glass in the windows. Right, and the other one to show is the double doors. Don't know how many we've got again. It's either 3 or 4. Sure, I do know we've got 2 variants of the actual door frames of this one here. So we've got this one in a bit of a more decorative one. A lot of people use these for pillars, or for walkways or little kind of alleys and stuff. And then we've also got the arch as well. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So the doors. So again, standard. The more decorative with the new handles. We've also got a cool kind of double door archway, and we've also added in here as well a new arched doorway with windows. And I can see a little gap, but again, that'll be gone. That'll be gone. But yeah, so in terms of doors, I think we've got you covered. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 doors in there. We are going to add probably another window variant on one of these square ones with a big window, some big windows in there as well. So yeah, but I think in terms of the doors, we're pretty much done there, apart from a few little kind of tweaks here and there. Are you going to make the door a glass too? Like the full glass walls into the windows? Potentially, that's not a bad idea. So you could make a full kind of arched window. I like that idea. I'm going to write that down. Right, that is the doors. Again, initially that was going to be the plan, but the issue is, as Crazy said, if you notice, this is a lot more. Let me quickly show you. This is a lot more pointed than the Castlecraft one. So you can tell it just looks a lot less pointy than this. But if you look at the difference between that and the Castlecraft one, you know, if you wanted this to be fully arched, it would be like up here, and then that door would be huge compared to this one. So again, as Crazy said, I mean, you could try, but I don't think you can get any much higher than that, to be honest with you. Personally. Okay. Windows. Yeah, I think we said we were going to add that in Castlecraft, and it never, as always, never really happened, did it? Yeah, just going to show you what these look like, obviously, with the second wall on there. So these do kind of come over the top, but once you put your second level on, yeah, pretty much work pretty well. Again, probably add a variant with the lid across the top or a beam. When we first made the arched doors, Ken has said that we put like a glass door in there, just full glass, so people could use it to make like bigger windows. But yeah, never got round to doing it. Okay, let's look at the windows. I know we've got a lot of these, so let's stick them down. Okay, I guess now's a good chance to show you the glass as well. So there's a few variants on the glass. So this is your first, obviously the first standard, and there's the standard, the window frame. So again, the new glass variants in there, and there's a few variants of that. So we have kind of like your standard steel or your iron. We have the like a bronze. And then you have your kind of dirty glass or your standard glass there as well. So there we go. 12 windows, 6 of which are bottom, middle, and top. Okay, right, okay. We've improved, or we've changed, well, I think it's improved ever so slightly. It's got a new window frame, or windowsill. So again, we just kind of changed these up a little bit. Didn't really like the previous one. These stick out a little bit more, and I think it gives a bit more definition in terms of when you're building stuff. And yeah, the windows stick out quite a bit from the walls as well. So that's the first one. Second variant is a bit of a fatter lad. Again, I'm just going to keep the same windows in these as well. We've now got a more kind of like a decorative version, I would say. It's probably the easiest way to describe it. So again, decorative window. And then we've got a double, which everyone likes. Hey Dorothy, how you doing? Lord Wally, how you doing? How are you doing? Am says, one suggestion I have is to add a massive circular window to the large barn doors. You know what? Again, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Large barn door window. Yeah, well, it's, you know what? It looks metal-ish when you move along a lot. Move around a lot. Great, enjoy seeing all the new stuff. Ah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. But again, for me, it doesn't look too bad black, to be honest with you. I think it feels dark, to be fair, like Gothic-y, so I'm not overly bothered about that, to be fair. What's after the double? Yeah, we've got a circle window. Which again, I think it's a pretty cool design. And then, well, as Crazy said, after your circle, we've then got the kind of modular windows that you can make them as big as you want. So again, let's just put 3 just to... So that's the bottom there. And you just cycle through till you get in the middle. Again, if you're used to Castlecraft, you'll be used to this by now. There we go. So again, pretty cool if you want to make like really big, long or tall windows. I think that works fairly well. You should have a wall variant that has the same border as the window on the top or on the side of the wall. I think it would look nice. Right, let me try and work this out. You should have a wall variant that is the same border as the windows. Wall variant the same border? I don't know. I'm trying to work that out. Again, I'm stuck. The same border as this? Love the modular windows, abuse the heck out of them of Castlecraft. And you know what? What I will say is it's great to see other mods have started doing this as well. So like, I just think it's great to see that, because again, I love skins, but I hate the fact that you're kind of limited to like what Arc gives you in terms of like the sizes and stuff. The border that's around the standard window. Ah, right, okay, this almost like as a... right, okay. I think that's yeah, I like that idea. I do like that idea. Rowan, yes, I've got that in one part of the... Yes, we've started that. So hopefully when you see the other bits, that's something we can add. I agree. We can add that to a window. That's an easy thing to do. That's an easy thing to do. Right. Let's go with another one. So we don't need this. And we don't need this. I need one more. Is that what you're saying? What have I got? I need one more. There we go. And again, you can go kind of ham with these, but I think this makes a pretty cool looking window. And what's the next one? I forgot. I even forgot myself what we've got. What is it? What do you mean? Are you? I thought, you know what? Have we put something in that I didn't know about? Right? Okay. Okay. We've got them. So yeah, windows. I do think potentially we could put a couple more in, but in terms of what we've got there, I'm really happy with, you know, kind of how they look. 6 standard windows, and then you've got the 2 kind of like modular ones there as well. We are looking at potentially doing what we did with Castlecraft and adding something to the Dino Gate, because I do think we need kind of like... Excuse me. But yeah, that's the windows. There is one more window, but it's not on a window. There is one more window, and it's not on a window. I'm trying to think what that is again. Will the mod have stained glass too? Possibly. It is really, really hard to do normal. Oh yes, that's right, Crazy. It is really hard to do normal glass, let alone stain. But yeah, again, the idea is to have that in there. Absolutely, yes. When will this mod be available? We've actually submitted for release. We submitted to CourseForge on Monday for them to review it. We got an email through today actually saying they've got it, and they'll be back in touch when they're going to review it. So again, this process could take a couple of weeks, could take a couple of months. So yeah, we'll let you know as soon as we know. But it has been submitted for review, which is like the start. It is the start. I think a large window with a single strip in the middle and a single arch would be good too. I think a large window with a single strip in the middle and a single arch. Do you mean like this, just minus the curvy bit? Yeah, it could also be tomorrow as well. Could you add a reddish glass like a Castlecraft? The one window as a blue tinge to it. Could there be a red one for this? You know what? Actually, we've got a one. I don't know if we were going to put it in because there was an issue with how it like refracted. Is that the right word? But yeah, we have got a red one. To be fair, could you not paint this standard one? But yeah, you know what? It's again a good idea. You know, rather than keep painting stuff, if we can add stuff in, because it's just an extra variant to this. All right, so you mean do a double and then do a single as well? Of course I can. We can add that. Yeah, we can add that as a third variant to that. So. Third modular window, single arch. There we go. Cheers, Sandy, buddy. Appreciate it, pal. Right, okay. Where do we go next? Let's go with ceilings. Actually, let's stick with walls. Let's just get rid of that. Let's stick with walls. Again, this is why we do this. This is why we're showcasing this, because a lot of, you know, what I don't want to do is we don't want to release this mod and then people go, oh, could you add this? Could you add that? Could you add this? Could you add that? There's loads of pillars, Nax. Or Nix. There's loads of pillars. We have got on the list to add a variant without the trim as well. That hasn't been added yet, but that is on the list. But again, one of the variants allows you to create a window. And we need to add the windows with obviously the glass variants, but we need to know what variants we're going to put in the glass before we finish this. But ultimately, you'll have the same window designs or glass designs in this as well. And there's no variants for that at the moment. But ultimately, this will have an option with no trim. But again, that's kind of what we've got at the moment with the sloped walls. That's why I like your streams. You are awesome for asking for feedback. Yeah, but you know what? I just think it just makes total sense. There's no point in releasing. I mean, obviously we've got to kind of like do most of it ourselves, but I think there's no point in releasing a mod if people's going to ask for things to be changed or added when we could put it in at the beginning. I mean, some suggestions are absolutely insane. That's never going to happen. But you know, a lot of them we can compromise and try and get it done. You know. Sporkamus Dorkamus, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. I did. We have already Lord Woolley, but basically, I think he's doing his pilot's license or something. So he said he's going to be away for some period of time. But when he gets back, it's something he said he's going to help with work on the tags so that our stuff could work on his structures. But yeah, he's I think last time I spoke to him, he was busy doing pilot training or something like that. So yeah, I think he said mods is going to take a bit of a back burner at the minute. A Goth Mummy Tribe Tower statue, says Hyper Apex. Wow, okay. Sloped walls done. And quarter walls next. So again, the quarter walls. What have we got with them? Again, the blend very well. So you should just be able to make, hopefully, any size base and fill the gaps, plug the gaps with it. I don't think we've got variants other than... Oh, yes, we do. I can show you where you use these a little bit later on in the stream. But we've also got... Yep, still got the gap. We've also got the little kind of quarter slope walls as well to fill the little gaps with the quarter ceilings. Oh, sorry, the quarter roofs. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, there's your quarters. And let's stick with quarters, and we'll change these to railings. So we can show you the railing variant as well. So we are going to add a second variant of railings, but if anyone else is modern, they'll know themselves. Railings are really hard to do, especially sloped and shallows. But yeah, so that's the standard variant at the moment, and obviously we've got all the different kind of combinations of that as well. So we've got the shallow, and we've got the sloped on there as well. So again, I'll quickly show you that, and we'll add them to obviously the stairs and stuff a little bit later on. But again, they blend very well, and you know, they're in kind of like line with each other and stuff as well. So hopefully, you know, make your builds look pretty cool. Raven Creation, how you doing? Says yes, quarter. They are seamless. This is my love in all building sets, to be able to do complicated builds without ugly quarter different from the wall. Yeah, and then we try to do the same with all of these as well. So yeah, that's the plan. Sometimes it's nigh on impossible, especially if you're putting like kind of like wacky designs together. But ultimately, yeah, as best we can, we do it on most of the stuff, to be fair. And we've also got your half railings, and we've got the half variants as well of them, which wildcards just recently introduced. As Crazy mentioned before, we are going to be adding them to Castlecraft. There will be an update soon. But again, they blend really well. But again, what I find mental, right? What I find absolutely crazy is that Wildcard have released the quarter railings, right? Which, in my humble opinion, right, you'd be putting them on these, yeah? But they don't snap. There is a way around it. You've got to like put railings below it and then snap it to it. But yeah, they still haven't got it so that the quarter slope railings snap to the quarter pieces. But hey ho. Well, yeah, there's a second variant. Oh, you've changed it from red. But yeah, I don't think we can get away with that. They do look good though, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think we can get away with that because they are Castlecraft. But who knows? Potentially we could put that in as a second and then put another one in as a third. Possibly. I don't know. To be fair, would anyone have noticed if you hadn't said? Would anyone have noticed if you hadn't said? References for the variant. Could you put stone triangles beneath the top railings? Point up or point down. For the variant, could you put stone triangles beneath the top railings? Oh, I don't even know what you mean. You know what? Why have I not understood a single suggestion that you have come up with yet? Like, what's going on? Stone triangles beneath the top rails. What? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Right, okay. I'm gonna go. I don't know what you mean. Replace the plus signs with these! Alright, okay. Going down. Got you. There we go. Got you. Yeah, not a bad shout either. Not a bad shout, buddy. Right, okay. I'll do the ceilings now, I think. Where's the big ones? Where's the big ones? Where's the big ones? There we go. Holy crap! At what's Amy? Thank you so much. Holy crap! $50. That's absolutely insane. I'm stuttering because I'm absolutely shocked. Thank you so much for that super sticker, man. I genuinely appreciate that. That came out the blue, and yeah, what a way to make an entrance as well, man. Just coming in with that. Thank you so much, man. Genuinely appreciate your support. What an absolute legend you are. Thank you so much, man. Amy, absolutely unreal. Rachel, welcome to the stream. Says, I think I turned my notifications off. Oh, that's rude. Now, welcome back. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. And but yeah, thank you so much for that one. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, Amy. These tags really ruin it for me. What I really struggle. If I'm glad someone put in the chat who it was. It has, Rachel. It's been too long, man. It's been too long. Loads of new variants. With the ceilings. So I'm just gonna slap a load down. See what happens. See where we go. But yeah, so the ceilings, again, replicating what we've got here with the foundations for the exact reason for if you're building on uneven ground and then you run out of foundation support, you can start using pillars. But a lot of the times, a lot of ceilings don't tend to match the foundations. So we've done that with all of these. Again, just similar to what we've done with Castlecraft, to be fair. Do ramps as well. That's a good point, Crazy. Okay, so again, first variant, very Bobby Basic, which is what we like. We've also got a second variant, which is exactly the same as the foundation. Third variant is a little bit more kind of, I don't know, decorative on the bottom there. So again, in sticking with the design of the front at the top of it. And then we've also got a carpet mod. And we've kept that the same as this because, again, we think carpet's more kind of decorative than the other two. So these are kind of Bobby Basic. And these are kind of more of your decorative styles. And that's us back to the beginning there as well. I'm not going to go too close to the carpet. I'll stay still and see what happens if I stay still on the carpet. Might be the same. YouTube might spaz out, but we'll see. Taboof, how you doing? How are you doing? There we go. So I'll just keep with this for now. We'll go for that. Alright, cool. So it's just the movement. Sweet. So again, standard, decorative. We've even got one for the marble. Don't know why you'd want one in there, but we have. And we've also got one for the carpet as well. Because I know some people will want to do that. So there we go. So we've got them for them all. Again, we're just going to keep them the same on the underneath. So I'm not going to keep showing the bottom. You don't need to see that. But ultimately, 4 different variants of that. And then we can move on to the ramps. Because the rest of the stuff is like doors. Where's my ramps? Where's my ramps? They're in there. I want to thank whoever was giving me a gift of membership the other day. I don't know how it happened, as I wasn't watching the stream. Yeah, as long as you're subscribed to the channel, then anyone's in for a chance to win. But it could have been anyone, because there was a plethora of them coming through last weekend. Last week there was tons. So yeah, but it's great to see you, Kari Corn, and yeah, welcome to Team Green. Where's my rams? There we go. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, one of them's darker than the other. Okay, I didn't notice that. But yeah, ramps. Again, each variant has its own ramp, and obviously there's the ramp for the roof as well, which we'll get to when we get to the roof. But again, very kind of seamless, which I do think looks pretty cool. And again, I can show you, I've got the quarter ramps as well. And they're exactly the same, to be fair. Quarter ramp. Damn it. Out of foundation support. Love it. Okay, sweet. Let's just add a few more. No need to skin it, but why not? It's a skin. It's a skin showcase. Right, okay, ramps. Again, this one has 2 variants similar to the previous one. So again, what you'll probably find is whatever you've got in the foundation, you've actually got on the ceilings and on the roofs. Sorry, on the ramps and everything like that. So everything should hopefully blend, and you shouldn't have a one piece where it's kind of isolated by itself. So again, you can create some cool patterns. If you ever do crafting station, suggestion would be a bio grinder, an egg incubator. Never have any skins for it, and have to hide those in building like castles. Yeah, absolutely. Again, I'll be asking for ideas and suggestions, because rather than just kind of building them and people go, I don't use that, we're probably going to use things that people, or design things that people use on a regular basis. But yeah, there we go. I mean, consistent with the patterns, which is what I like to see. Okay, so let's stick with the ceilings, and we're gonna go with the doors. Why is that not? Why does that just go? Do they only go on walls? Why is that not stuck? Huh? Huh? I'm confused. There we go. We'll stick it there. Why not? You know what? Ruin the aesthetics, why don't you? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've got little arrows. To be fair, I just think you've got flexibility now where you can just do what you want with it now, which is pretty good. That's so dumb. Okay, right. Okay, at least we know where it is. So right. So first, small hangar door. Again, there's loads of detail to this. Very difficult to see unless you're actually in the game itself. But that's the standard version. And we've also got like kind of like a gridded. I keep calling this like portcullis variant. But obviously we're in the shadow now. But it's got loads of detail again, which I think is pretty cool. And it's the same with these. You know, the hangar door and the barn door. You've got the two variants. You've got the standard, which is this one here, and then you've got the portcullis as well, which is this one there, and which is obviously swapped round as it always does. Yeah, it's just it is what it is, I guess. Right, okay, so that is them. Let's stick with the and that's them. One thing I didn't show you on the previous stream was the little trapdoors. I don't think we showed them. Where's my doors? There we go. So again, we've got some cool little trapdoors. Spiky lad, and I think yes, there's a little cute portcullis version of that as well. So again, that is your ceilings done. Might swap the handle out for handles. On here. I mean, what you could do is we could drop these two spikes and put the handle that we've got there. We could use that handle. Who sees that? Who cares? Yeah. I get it. I mean, you would lose the spikes, but yeah, it's who cares? It's so funny. Yeah, who cares? Right. I need to put away what I've done because I will get confused, and I know it doesn't take much. What we're going to do next? Quarter ceilings. Ephemerity. I can't say that at all. I'll call you ephemer. No, not yet. It has been submitted for review though. Yeah, cheers, Cyan. Thanks, Steve. Right. Quarters. Did I do quarters? No, I didn't. Ephemerar. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ephemerar. I'll still not be able to pronounce that. I will forget. Need to change my tongue breaker name. Yeah, it's to be fair, it's me. It's just when it's all together as well. There's no spaces. I don't know why YouTube's done that now. Just adding like tags as opposed to real people's names. I struggle at the best of times. So yeah, quarters, as you'd expect. There we go. So, yeah. And again, on the underneath, you'd expect them to match the main ones. And then the other thing we've got is your triangle ceilings as well. So let's just quickly stick them out. And what I'll do is, rather than putting them all out, we'll just cycle through the variants, I think. So yeah, fairly seamless. Can't complain with this. You could. You could, I guess. You know what? Let's just go all the way around, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm sure this is just a case of that's darker, but obviously that would be dark here, but it's the way the triangle ceilings work. It's like it's the same with wildcards. If you look at wildcards, I mean, we could move it potentially, but I think if anything, this needs to come back ever so slightly. And same with this one, but then it wouldn't line up straight on here. They're a nightmare. Triangle foundations and triangle ceilings are an absolute pain in the butt. Every time I hear Aaron say portcullis, I get an image of a portaloo. Love it. No, I think ultimately though, it needs to be right. And again, one thing I will say is that what we do with the mods typically is, and we've done this with the previous ones, is a lot of this stuff is kind of still, I wouldn't say rough around the edges, but we normally bring out every single, like I'm doing now, but we bring out every single item and we fix it in post as well. So a lot of the stuff, like some gaps or something's not lined up, we always kind of go back each individual item and then as best we can get it so that it's fixed. So yeah, at some point, me and Crazy will go through every single individual item just before it's released and make sure that everything lines up, everything's kind of got the right textures. So, you know, to be fair, that what you picked up there before with this one being a slightly different colour, that's the kind of thing we do. We flip everything, make sure everything's the right way around. You know, there's all that kind of stuff to kind of still take place. But, I mean, just from the start there with the first few kind of bits of like standard pieces, we've got a load of things. Yeah, and it's because they're hard to do. It's just, Raven. It's the same with railings. A lot of people won't do the slope railings because they're an absolute pain in the butt to do. But I just think personally, this is just my opinion. We always kind of say that if you've got a railing like this, unless it's a decorative railing, then it kind of needs to have a slope to go with it. And that's why the second variant isn't out yet, because not gonna lie, having an absolute nightmare with the slope version. So might have to reconsider what the second one looks like. Exactly, Cyan. Who does that? Actually, Kari, yes and no. So yeah, Crazy just answered the question. So it works exactly like wildcards do. So when you place your first skins down and you put the roof over, the snow and the rain goes. But as soon as you cycle through your skin variants, it then adds the snow back to it. And that's exactly the same with Bob's Tall Tales and Lost Colony, all of wildcard's own skins. So I need to report it as a bug, I think, to get that fixed. And yes, they will be paintable, but some of the structures won't be as paintable as others, just because of the kind of the colours we've used. But I mentioned earlier, the plan's going to be to hopefully add variants to things like carpets that aren't really paintable, where you can just cycle through different variants and give it a different colour scheme. Tommy Borg, how you doing, buddy? Says that one day I'll be so happy to come on the stream when it says Tom's Aquarium, finally built 2 years later, but it's here. Yes, one day, Tommy. One day, Tommy. Right. That's ceilings, everyone. What's next? I'm going to move that out. We've done that, done that, done that, done that, done that, done that. Right, okay. Let's go with... You know what? Let's go with the roofs and the ramps and all that kind of jazz. Committed to the cause. Love it. Right, you know what? Let's go with this. So what's first on the list is your roofs. So let's look at the roofs first. We might have to do a very small build over here just to go through all of the roofs. So let's just quickly knock this up, and we'll do it. We'll keep it simple. We'll just do a little one there. And we'll also do a square there. And then we'll also do a square here with a triangle in between as well. So let's go boop, boop. And I guess we're going to have to do... another one. Just triangles as well. What the hell? Okay. Let's skin it. Come on. But again, whoever was asking about the building circles, I think that works really well now with that variant. And obviously triangles again match up very well. Are we going to see the village skin after? No, but you will be seeing a lot of decor, a lot of trim, and you'll be seeing a lot of the courtyard set as well. We still haven't decided on what direction we're going with the village yet, and it's honestly, it's been the hardest thing to look at. I thought it would be easy, but it's just been an absolute pain in the butt. We've designed so many different... It's unreal how many we've actually built. We've made so many different variants of that village skin, and it's... yeah. We could even... You know what? We could release another mod. There's that many variants. We could release another mod. There's that many variants at the moment. Faithful, how you doing? As always, welcome back. Not yet, Tommy. They don't. They don't. We could do a Gothic one though. Did they have aquariums in medieval times? I think they called that a pond. Again, just setting this up. So I think it helps to see what they look like in situ as opposed to individual pieces. Certainly with stuff like this. Yeah, and like I say, I'm really excited to see what people actually come up with, especially with some of the trim pieces that we've got and some of the other pieces we've got in mind as well. But as Crazy mentioned before, in the castle set itself, there's actually more pieces in this already, even though it's not finished, than there is in Castlecraft. So again, for Gothic castles, you should be able to come up with some really cool stuff. But yeah, no village set at the moment, which is sad because I really want to get it in. We really want to put this in there, but I just, you know, when things just aren't happening. And I think the issue we've got is we need to try and make it so that it fits with the Gothic castle. Like kind of Castlecraft village and the castle set kind of worked very well together. We kind of want the same thing with this one, and at the minute it just ain't happening. There we go. Right. So this took some doing. Okay. So roofs. Wow. Okay. So here is the castle roofs. And I am biased, but I do think these are some of the nicest roofs we've ever made. And I do think they are better than the Castlecraft roofs. I just think they blend really well. And I just love how kind of pointy they are. Reminds me of like, I don't know, like a dragon scale, you know. Let's stick a door in here. Again, inside, we've added quite a bit of detail, because again, with it being a castle, why not? Hey, Beefy, how you doing? How are you doing? So yeah, that is the standard roof. We've also got kind of quarter variants of this as well, so let's just quickly stick these on now. Stick that all the way around. Again, apologies if you've seen this on the previous stream, but I think it's always nice to kind of show everything off, and you know, some things have had tweaks and stuff as well. But I think for those who haven't seen it, it would be bad if I just kind of skimmed over some of the other stuff. But again, the roofs are some of the kind of better parts in a mod, and I always feel like the roofs kind of make or break a mod personally. Yes, exactly. So and I'll showcase that. So there is a second set of roofs that are in the village at the moment that is moving across to castle. So you're going to have two variants of the castle roof. So again, when you're building, it'll make life easier for you as well. But just like Castlecraft, we've got the quarters in there. They do blend seamlessly, and I use that word all the time, but they do. And we also added, like we did previously, we've got like kind of the roof eaves and the roof rakes. So again, I said this on the previous stream, sometimes that might look okay, but it looks more like a, I don't know, like a cartoon or a drone build with this kind of overhang, especially on a small build. So if you did want to change that, you have got all the variants like we had in Castlecraft, where you can make a thinner roof eave and a smaller or a longer roof rake. And that's the same with this. This one will have to be flipped because it's on one side. Oh, let's just change that back. Let's flip that. Let's flip that. There we go. Let's change that. I flipped it, didn't I? There we go. Again. Super simple. And what we will do on all of the mods, all the pieces, is we're not going to put all of the flip points. So as an example, normally when you look at the mod, you go to here, flip it, and there's loads of X, Y, Zs. We'll only make it so you can only flip it the way you need to flip it, if that makes sense. So if it doesn't make sense to have extra flips in it, it won't have extra flips in it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so there we go, roof rakes, roof eaves. I will show you the other variant as well. We'll just quickly skin these afterwards. But we've also got, showed you before, obviously it's going to overlap a little bit because I've got that on there, but we've also got the ramp variants of this as well. And it's the same with the quarters as well. So there's the quarter ramps in there as well, which is which look. There we go. So you got no excuse. You got every variant. Not on the quarter ramps. They don't have eaves and rakes. But that's just, we've got pretty much every variant you can ask for to make any size roof. On any build. So that's that. Next one I want to show you is the quarters, or the angled roofs, which is these guys here. There we go. And again, pretty seamless in terms of like the design it makes, which is pretty cool. So that is that. And we've also got the shallows, which I can show you in a sec. I'm gonna do this first. I'll do this first. I'm trying to do it methodically, but it ain't working. Again, everything just kind of lines up, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy with kind of how the roofs have turned out. They do work really well. So that's that, and then let's see what we've got here. Just quickly make this. Hey, Nask, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to Team Green. Genuinely appreciate the support. And Rex here as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much, buddy. Connor, thank you enough. What an absolute legend you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Would be nice, though, because when you combine roofs and ramps to have this more medieval feel with... Yes, I totally get it. And honestly, we've always said this. We always kind of... I've missed something here. We always try and add as much as we can, and I'll show you kind of one of the little things we've done to make like roof building a little bit easier. But yeah, 100%, it's always been on the to-do list. But yeah, we'll add it to the list and we'll see what we can do. I love the roofing, so pretty. Can't wait to get back in the building and seeing what else guys cooked up. Thank you so much, Faithful, man. I appreciate it. Nightnax, and honestly, thank you so much for becoming a member. What a way to make an entrance as well, an exit as well. Thank you so much, buddy. Legend, legend. Yes, there is AJ, yes, but not roofs. We will be making things kind of like steep and tall, but you can't build upon it, so there'll be like caps and ends of roofs as opposed to a building piece, because once you place it, there's nothing to snap to it. That's the problem. Again, I still think that works. Obviously, it's a slight gap, but very difficult to get these kind of fully lined up. But ultimately, I do think in terms of, a build, that's more than acceptable. Yeah, a load of roofs. So one thing I was going to show you, so I've mentioned before about like a couple of extra pieces we've added. So let's say, don't know why you wouldn't, but if you do like an odd number build, this is going to be a very odd house, because I mean, you might, but no one will build like this. However, let's say you had 1 foundation, 3, 5, something along them lines. And the only way to finish off your roof would be to use Wildcard's new quarter roofs. Oh, I keep passing it. Which are them guys there, yeah? So, there we go. And then we create the little house. The hell? We're there. What the hell? That's ominous. That was quick, wasn't it? Whoop, there we go. So there, and you're always left with these silly little gaps. But we've also got now with the quarter a nice little variant that you can cycle through to give you this little gap coverer. And then, there we go. Oh. There we go. As I said, well, as Chris said before, they do need fixed, but yeah, which won't have a hole in it, yeah. But as you can see, you know, there we go. Really kind of adds, helps, you know, your little builds. There we go. So, yeah, that is that. What I'll do is I'll just change the variant now. So rather than going into it, I'll just quickly change this variant, and I'll show you what the second set is going to look like. Hey, Lengo, how you doing? Twin of Razclock, that's it. Yes, he is my bearded brother. How you doing, buddy? Right, okay, I'm just going to quickly skin this so you can see the other set. And again, I'm not going to switch all these variants out because you've seen them before, but they've got the exact same roof eaves, the peaks for the roofs. We've got the longer versions, the connections, all that kind of jazz. It's all there. Roof rakes, the lot. And again, this was going to go in village, but we think it probably suits better to be in the castle. Again, a bit like dragon scales, that type of thing. But yeah, and we'll probably switch out this. What do you call it? This underside for the same as the underside that we've got in the castle set. But yeah, exactly the same in terms of like how things blend. Hey Diana, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it does. It's weird. It's much better. It looks again. I'm more than happy with the roofs. For obvious reasons, I think it works really well. But there we go. So that's the second variant of the roof, more like kind of like shingles, but more like kind of dragon scale type thing. But yeah. There we go. Right, okay. Roofs are done. Let us move on to... Have we done ramps? Yes, we've done ramps. Stairs, stairs, stairs. Right, okay. Let us get a little bit of height, I think, with the stairs. So you can see the full stair, I guess. Hey, Danny, 26 months as a member. Thank you so much for your continued support. Genuinely appreciate it. Hiya, Aaron. Been a while. Hope you're well. I'm really good, thank you. And yeah, 26 months, man. Thank you so much for that. Absolute legend. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right. Stairs. These have probably undergone the biggest overhaul, in all fairness. So, on the last stream, we had the an older version of stairs. Obviously, we've now got ones to kind of match up with these. So, this is your stair. And let us put a few in different places. So, yeah. A lot cleaner. Blends, obviously, with the... you whatchamacallit. But one thing that's really cool with these stairs now is we've now got a carpet runner on the inside, which looks wicked. So if you were going to, for instance, have a build with carpet, he says, getting too excited. You can now have stairs going down. And we've also got a full carpeted version as well. if you wanted to have that. So again, just loads of variations in terms of like kind of if you're building something, so you haven't just got carpet going onto stone, you can match that up as well. But again, I do think that looks pretty insane. Yeah, so sticking with where low sloped aren't done yet. I don't believe. I think they will be there soon. But yeah, we are bringing out sloped or shallow sloped stairs like we have in Castlecraft. Absolutely. And the next thing is, which is like, I'm not gonna lie, is probably super exciting to show you, is the spiral version of the staircase. So let me quickly Faithful, honestly, I cannot thank you enough. Last stream, it was absolutely insane the amount of members you gifted, and you've done exactly the same thing tonight. Thank you so much, and a huge welcome to the following: to Diado, to Youngstyle 2020, to Jeff Schlell, to Yonrios, to Fastlane5, to XJ David, the Fakinzitron, Angelo Kamara, and Charles Wilkins the fourth, and Golden Anubis. Honestly, thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate it, Faithful. You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. So yes, I want to show something off here, because again, this is, I'm not gonna lie, these are probably the best stairs in Ark. So that's kind of what you normally get with Wildcard. Yeah. This is what you get with Gothic Craft. And I am being a bit. What am I doing? I am showing off a bit, but I think we've got probably the best. I think we used to have the best roofs in the game. I like to think we've got the best staircases in the game now as well. So we'll let's go. I hope you agree. Because we're gonna look stupid. Or I will. Anyway, I'll look stupid. Come on, get the right angle, Longstaff. There we go. Right, okay, we're gonna skin it. So we've got, you can see that, it's a proper round staircase. So it ain't in square. It's proper round. So yeah, again, just little improvements, little things that we can add to the mods. So yeah, love that. We've also got variants of this as well, so you'll be happy to see. We've also got a staircase with the runner on there. We've also got standard staircase with a railing that goes all the way around, which again, we're there to get rid of them buggers. Get out of it. Carpet won't be paintable because the red and black's really difficult to paint, but the plan will be there should be variants of the materials if we can get that working. So the idea will be is you'll just cycle through different variants. There'll be different carpet styles. You can paint it, but it doesn't look great. And yeah, and then you got the spiral staircase with the carpet again. Pretty cool. And you can put, and I'll show you in a sec, we can put pillars up here as well, which kind of adds a little bit more to it. But I just think, yeah, huge upgrade, I think, from the current spiral stairs. Yeah, listen, it looks cool though, Crazy, and that's the main point. That's what we're all about. This is the All Mon Place. How you doing? Yes, this is mine and Crazy's mod. This is Gothic Craft, so it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the next one up from Castlecraft, I guess, is the best way. Ideally, we'll be adding one to the Courtyard, so more of like an iron spiral staircase. But I think, you know, Sister mod, that's the one. But as it stands, I think we're onto something pretty wicked. And Faithful, cannot thank you enough. Genuinely, I say this all the time for your support. It's absolutely off the scale, and coming in with a 50 is absolutely insane. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And says those stairs. Yeah, and you know what? I'd agree. And hopefully you'll see the more we stream tonight, the more there's to showcase, and hopefully there's more that'll hopefully whet your appetite, and you can see kind of where we're going with this mod. But yeah, and I'll knock something up very, very quickly at the end of the stream so you can see kind of the idea behind some of these things. But yeah, I'd agree. The stairs look amazing, and I'm really kind of happy with how this has turned out. And yeah, that's what we've got thus far. So if you just joined, we've showcased a lot of the new stuff, but there's still a kind of a lot to kind of to go on as well. So yeah, but yeah, thank you so much, Faithful. Honestly, legend. And the All Mon players, welcome back. Right, what is next? Yeah, as Crazy said, there is little stairs and little ramps, but the stairs have got these as well. So yeah, I'll quickly just show you. There we go. There's a standard, and we've got the little ones with the runners as well. So again, you know, hopefully you should be able to kind of continue through the whole build with the same theme going. Blue and black, I'm thinking purple as well would be pretty cool. And yeah, like I say, hopefully if you watch the channel, you should see if we do get that to work. I'll showcase it straight away, and I'll show you what we've got, or I'll post it in Discord as well. Yes, there is. There will be gifting. I'll show you one gift, please, or players. I'll show you when we get to the courtyard. White Knight, as always, buddy, thank you so much. 64 months is absolutely insane. I always say this is one, but Rex tier is absolutely phenomenal. Mod looks awesome so far. Keep up the great work as always, brother. Cheers. Ah, you're a legend, man. Cheers, White Knight, man. Did a green version for Team Green? I think you and White Knight were the first members on the channel, and yeah, 64 months is like ludicrous. It's absolutely insane. Right, what do we need? What do we need to look at next? We've got pillars. We've got them. We've got large walls. We've got Behemoth. We've got dino gates as well. Right. It is. I know. Yeah. I've just realised that as I pulled it out. Right. I want to. Right. You know what? Shove it. We'll do it here. The neatness is gone. It's gone to hell. It's gone to pot. Okay. Sweet. This should be a standalone castles and courtyard mod. Well, to be fair, we've been talking. If we can't get the village in, it will just have castle, courtyard, and then we'll add the village later. And add more to it. That's not a bad shout, to be fair. We'll see. We're still toying with it. We've still got time. Ultimately, it all depends on how quickly Wildcard and CourseForge decide to kind of yeah, release it. Again, I'm just kind of setting up a little bit of a build. So we can show this off a bit better. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. A full new set with Castlecraft. We'll probably do the same with Gothic Path. But again, we've got full intentions of releasing it with the village set. Full intention, but yeah, we'll see. Right, okay. Bloody hell! I nearly crapped myself. What's going on? You know what? This is why I remember why I didn't build on Astrios. I absolutely nearly crapped myself. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. Like, honestly, my heart's going. I absolutely messed myself. Oh, yeah, it's funny. Hilarious. Oh, crap myself, man. Again, I need to add these walls because obviously we need to show you how to cover the gaps. Okay, so there's been some additions to the on both the gateway and the gates themselves. So the gateway, that's probably what everyone's seen, or if you haven't seen, that is it. And again, because it's a kind of a large curve, you do have to kind of cover up the gaps because obviously it's got a bit of a different size, a hitbox to the standard one. So you do have to use slope walls. But don't worry, this does work on official as well. It has been tested. And all you would do is skin them. You can either put the walls on first, or you can put the gate down. Doesn't matter, but that's how that looks. And then we've got a few variants of this as well. So we have a kind of more fancy version with some gargoyles kind of protecting the entrance. The plan is, hopefully, again, if we can get this to work, is to have fire coming out of these flames. If not, I've got another idea what we can do with this if we can't get that to work. So, but that is the second variant. We've also got a couple more as well. So we've now got more of a kind of flat version, and it's a lot wider as well. And the idea behind this is you could probably use this internally, but also as well do things like this. Just quickly show you, if these were kind of alongside each other. With the original version, you kind of, the top end kind of used to glitch in, whereas with the new variant, it gives you, it's a bit cleaner and allows you to do different things with this as well. But I'm classing this as more of like an internal doorway as opposed to an external doorway. But again, you could use both. And we've also got a second variant of that one as well. We do need to add the, you see how this is kind of got gaps in it. We need to do the same with this one. But again, it was just going to get this in there, shows what it's all about. And we've still got this one in here as well for if wildcard ever do allow you to snap dino gates together. You can make huge kind of arches, huge bridges. Or side by side, exactly for aqueducts or for bridges. That type of thing as well. So yeah, good point, Crazy. There we go. So again, just more variety, I guess, is where we're going with that. And let's just stick the stairs down as well, so we can add the other stuff in a little bit once we get to it. So there we go. Some stairs. And the next thing to show you is the dino gates that goes with it. So again, a couple of variants of this now. So the first one is the kind of standard door with a lot of kind of detailing and whatnot on there as well. And I don't know if you're in chat, but someone mentioned on the stream last week that it would be really good if we had glass in between these. So we've done that. So we've now got a glass version of that door as well, which again I do think looks pretty cool. Again, brings a lot of light into your build. And then we've got the portcullis version as well, which again I do think looks quite evil when you get close up to it with all the spikes and stuff. Yeah, again, I know what you mean, but the concept was there to see what it looks like, and again, this gives us some really cool kind of like, especially if you've got the what do you call it, the marble effect floor in your build. The light coming off or coming through, well, you know, it looks really good. But yeah. Yeah, half a pot of colours. I totally agree. I've actually got one, to be fair, but I just worry that... That's why that one there, if you notice, is off the ground a little bit. I just worry that if it's up here, I guarantee people's going to complain that they can't go through it, not realising. But I just... Again, I might add that in trim. So the noted trim piece is not an actual physical moving piece. Let me just get the weather a little bit better as well. There we go. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think it works. Yeah, I know, but then they're stupid. Yeah. Right, okay. That is the Dino Gates. We've also got the Behemoth. The Behemoth gate isn't finished yet. So we've just skinned it with the textures for now. But what is finished is the Behemoth gateway. So that is done. Mr. Curly, how you doing? 2169? What do we mean? 2169? What's that all about? What's that all about? Wall variant to place instead of doors so they can't pass through. So it's just... you know what? Again, not a bad idea, because then it is just decor, isn't it? I don't know. What do you think about it? Because it's the same with this. I mean, this one here looks really cool. I love it. A massive port of colours. But again, it looks like you can run through it. And I know for a fine fact, people's going to think there's a glitch with the game. Don't have enough fingers and toes to add 9 plus 10. Right, yeah. But again... That's kind of where we're going with this, and we want to make some towers for this as well. Yeah, we could have wall variants, and then literally you place the walls down and you skin it. Similar to what we did actually in Castlecraft with the railings, not the railings, the pillars. You could build a port of colours with the pillars. But yeah, so that is Behemoth. I will quickly show you, but then I'm going to take them down because I don't like them, but other people do. We've got the variants of these as well. The small one and the large one as well. So just quickly show you that. Again, just like before, we've got the standard variant, and also there is the portcullis variant as well. Yeah, and it was you who gave us the idea, Sire, to change the how pointy the pillars were, just for that exact reason. So yeah, again, worked really well. And the Behemoth ones, just the same. So 2 variants. Got that lad there, and the portcullis. So again, someone mentioned before, like pirate builds, ship builds, that type of thing. I think that'll work really well. Exactly, yeah, exactly. And it was you actually who said that, Curly. So yeah. And I think they'll work really well. Standard structures, I think, apart from pillars, that is it. We've now got a ladder. You'd be happy to hear. There we go. We've got a little stone ladder. And yeah, pillars. Pillars. Right, okay, so let's just quickly stick some of these down. And don't worry, we've got a lot of different pillars in the trim set as well. I think there is 2 variants. I might be wrong. Crazy, help us out here. Halves. And then same with a thin. Three. Yep. More Gamer. Holy moly. Thank you so much. Genuinely, the support tonight's been phenomenal. Can't thank you enough. Thank you so much, MoreGamer1234, for gifting 5 new members to the channel. So a huge one welcome to Wolf the Undead, to TK Sitopic, wow, to Lassamoon, to Westain, and to Graham Muller. Honestly, thank you so much, MoreGamer, absolute legend. Thank you so much. And that'll be the same with the halves. Okay, right. So quickly skin these so you can see them. So that is the first variant. So just a standard kind of square. We've then got the round pillars, which I love. Works really well as detail under windows and stuff as well. And then we've also got the twisted pillars as well. So again, 3 variants. And that's the same with the halves. So 3 variants of the halves. That's the standard, the round, and the twisted. Sounds like a film. And then with the small or the thin pillars, we have 2 variants. I want to get the halves on there as well. We have the square. And we have the round. There we go. So that is your pillars. That is your lot. And they're your standard pillars. So again, not a load, but again, I think that's enough to kind of get a build going with that as well. AAA Films, how you doing? Who else have we got? Rowan Contest, Slippery. And Alter Ego 101, how are you doing? So yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Crazy, but that is all of the standard structures in the castle set, yeah? Is that right? Which, it's a lot. That's a lot. So let me move on to the Courtyard. So, Courtyard. It's had a bit of a glow up and a bit of a facelift. So, let me just quickly get these bits out. Courtyard now has the foundations in it. So again, this is more of like a weathered foundation. So again, I've said this before, you don't have to use it in the Courtyard. You could use this in the castle. 9 times out of 10, what I'd probably be doing if I was building this, I would have this on the outside, like so, and have the wall that I've just replaced on the inside, because I do think this is more of like a weathered outside variant. But again, works well with the castle as well. Obviously, that's the idea, I guess. Rebel Clef says, ever thought to add really thick pillars or build skins for water tanks? Watch this space. So once we get through this, I'll be showing you the pillars, and we've got a load of thick, chunky pillars, which will work really well, buddy. So yeah, and yeah, good suggestion. It's in there. Here we go. Right, so there we go. That is the standard version. And we've also got new variants of fan favorite. Well, we've got flipped as well. Sorry, I'll just do that. So again, flipped depending on which way you're building. And that'll be the same with the next one as well. So there we go. Next version, fan favorite. Cobblestone is back with a bang, and we've got 2 variants flipped basically, so it allows you to kind of build, you know, quite well. And again, looks amazing in the wet, but we've now got a new version of the cobblestone in there as well. So there is two variants of foundations, but again, cobblestone and this kind of more of a standard kind of And again, exactly the same. So again, if you're building kind of streets and stuff, the idea will be, hopefully, you can continue along. Why won't that pick up? You know what? Let's just do this. Yeah, the cobblestone was like everyone seems to love it in Castlecraft. So yeah, we brought it back. We brought it back. Right, okay, there we go. So again, you can continue with that build there. Likewise, flip them if you want. And it's the same with the cobblestone as well. So yeah, I'll quickly just skin these up. Hey, how you doing, Black Eagle? There we go. There we go. And it's the same. We've got triangles. You'd be happy to hear. I'm just going to do 2. There we go. So they are fairly seamless. They do work pretty well. Obviously, you're never going to get rid of this gap, just the way Arc is. But yeah, in terms of, you know, different variations of foundations, we've got, no, if you look at these as well, you know, you add these together, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different variants of foundations. And that's the same. We've got the ceilings as well, which obviously match up on here. So again, if you had ceilings... We've got cobblestone ceilings as well, which is, again, and triangle ceilings, you know, they're all there. And the 2 variants of each one as well. I believe we've got the ramps in there. Might be mistaken. Or they might not be done yet. Or they might not be added yet. Nope, they're red, so they're not done yet. Which is it's good to have these indications because a lot of the time, sometimes we think it's in and it's not. So yeah, and there we go. So there's the ramps. Okay, so next thing to show on this is what we're going to show. We've got stairs, but obviously we haven't got iron stairs yet. But we have still got the stairs that match the not the cobblestone, the foundation. So there we go. So we've got a cool looking stair. Yeah, he's slacking, isn't he? He's absolutely slacking. Come on. So it's meant to be a team effort, crazy. Right. Where do we go now? What do we do? They do. You know what? They actually do. They do look pretty good. Right. I'm going to show you some of the other cool stuff in the iron set. So, pillars is one. Railings is the other. So we've got quite a few sets of railings. I'm not gonna lie, I do love railings, so it's you'd be happy to hear there's a lot of different variants of these as well. So there we go. So I'm just gonna hide the edge. Don't know where they're gone. Oh yeah, they are very, very spiky, and but yeah, we're just trying to put as much detail in these as we can, rather than kind of being Bobby basic. So yeah, we've got them there. We've also got half variants, and as Crazy's mentioned in the chat, we've also got the sloped halves and the the half shallows, all working very well. So yeah, so that's the first version, and again, just put these on a. Let's get rid of that. Put these on a. So you can see, you know, they work really well on the stairs. So there we go. That's the first version. Second variant, which I'll put behind, are slightly taller. So again, just gonna come on. There we go. So we've got two versions of these, which is pretty cool. There we go. So again, just depending on what kind of build you're doing, you know, they're completely different. They work very well for toppers on roofs and stuff as well. But again, you know, the idea is, you know, you do what you want with them. So we wanted to make as many railing options as we could, so you can use them for loads of different things on the build. So we've got these guys here, and the idea will be, as I mentioned before about the carpets, where there'll be variants in terms of like material cycling. The plan will be to add like brass to these, so like brass detail and stuff. But again, rather than having lots of different models, it should all be done through the materials. That is the plan. That is the plan. And I'm not gonna lie. I do love how the second variant looks on stairs. He says if you can hit it. Where's it gone? Wowzers. Okay, well, there we go. On one side of the stairs, that's what it looks like. Awesome. So, I knew someone was going to ask that, and that's why we've gone down a different route with railings. You can place them on top of each other if you wanted to. What you could also do, if you have these railings, so you have the castle railings, and we actually, that's reminding me, Crazy, we did say we're going to do this, a wall railing. But basically, what you could do, if you wanted to, you could have this guy here, and then you could stack this on top. And then you could obviously use the spikes as well. So you could create something like that. Or likewise, obviously, cycle through to the higher gate frame. I mean, that works. But we're planning on adding another railing variant, which is just a small wall. Which will allow you to place the wall and then add your spike railings on top. So yeah, it's on the to-do list. But rather than doing that, because obviously a building like this, you're adding multiple structures. We've also added a new variant in here, which is a wall railing. So again, place your walls down as you would do normally, and then when you snap or you skin it with the courtyard, you get a kind of cool looking, spiky kind of scary looking fence. So yeah, so it's kind of, there's the three variants, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then we've gone another step further. So again, very similar to the windows that we've got in the mod. We've also got the option to, the OCD won't let me have them different on both sides, and I've skinned it with the wrong one. Yeah, I must admit, I love cobblestone. it's probably my favourite. It always has been in Castlecraft as well. I just love it. Right, okay. So then, if you want to go even bigger, with your railings, you can do exactly the same as you can do with the windows. So let's just, as an example, skin this. And let's go, you know what, let's go 2 high, should we? We'll do 2 high, then 3. So we'll make that one 2, and then we'll make this one, in fact, we'll do that. There we go. So again, what you would do is you would stack them. Doesn't look particularly great, but we've got 3 different variants of this. So we have the standard, which is this one here. We have the bottom, which is, let me change that there. And we have the middle, which is that one there. And we have the top. So if you want to do 2, you would just go bottom and top. If you want to do 3, you would do bottom and top, bottom, middle, and top. Bottom, middle, and top. But you can go as high as you want. You can literally go all the way at the top. Think the tall wall needs a vertical bar. Yeah, you know what? We've actually got a variant crazy with some detail in there as well. So, you know what? I'll send them over. We'll have a little look. But yeah, I agree. The higher you go, I think the more you need in terms of, like, support. Yeah, good idea. We'll do that. And to be fair, what I will say is there's not as much in the courtyard as there is in the castle, because I think we've spent most of our time doing castle at the moment. But obviously courtyard will be beefed up. We'll be getting more into that as the days kind of progress. But clear the skies. So we have that. We've also got a load of different pillar variants as well, which are, again, in my opinion, pretty cool. So courtyard, we have the chains are back. There's different variants of the chains. So obviously we've got this one here, which is kind of going all the way to the floor. We've also got the little connector as well. So if you are adding this to a ceiling, maybe you need to move that down a little bit. Let's try the castle. Yeah, maybe you need to move that down ever so slightly, but you can see where we're going. It's pillar time. my. Right, okay. We've also got some spiked pillars as well, which I think look wicked. And that's the same with the thin ones as well. There will be thin spiked pillars, but there isn't there at the moment. Wow. Lost the sound? Can anyone else hear me? Just let me know in chat if you can hear us. Please. Good. Alright, sweet. Okay. So yeah, we've got we've got spiky chains and normal chains. There will also be, just like Castlecraft, there will be chain railings as well, so you'll be able to do like kind of castle drawbridges and stuff. That's the plan. I can't man of the mask. I can't hear you. Speak up, buddy. But yeah, crazy. What else have we got in here? I've totally forgot. I've totally forgot. Have we got? I think that might be it actually. In the. Is that it? I can't remember. Everyone can hear, which is good. Okay, that's it. Okay, sweet. So again, lots to be added to this. But, you know, again, with what we've got so far, it is quite easy just to quickly kind of, you know, knock up something that looks pretty cool just by adding just a couple of railings, you know, like that, and skinning them, you know. So again, it allows you to kind of build stuff super quick and just give cool detail to it and stuff, you know. But yeah, and if I wanted to put the bigger one on the bottom, but yeah, loads of things are going to be coming to this set. But hopefully you can see straight away just from that, it gives you kind of a much more kind of Gothic feel. Yes, there is more gamer, and that's actually reminded us we have added and we have started. Again, they do need a bit of work. We have added. I'm still not massively happy with these. But we do have gate frames. And we will have gates to go with them as well. But yeah, they're in there for now. But again, yes, that is the plan. That is the plan. Right. Okay. Where we want to now. Trim. Trim. Here we go. Right. Thank you so much, Rebel. You know what? I appreciate everyone's support. I mean, it's, you know, it's it sounds daft when I say it, but we've literally been working on this since June last year. So yeah, I'm so glad we can finally kind of showcase it and show you what it's all about, you know. Okay, right. Pillars. It's pillar time. So I'm just going to go 3 high with these, and I'm going to give myself a bit of a 3 high with these. We've got a few. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, so I'll stick with the standard pillars first. And okay, so pillars, trim. We have 3 different versions of pillars. We have the thin, the medium, and the large. Okay, and in each one, there's 3 variants. We have bottom, middle, and top. So again, we're trying to make it so it's modular as we can. So the first one, well, actually, I tell a lie. We have a full pillar as well. So if you just want to place a pillar down on a 1x1, you use the trim. It gives you this guy here. So it's a full pillar. It's got the bottom. It's got the top. Second variant in here is the bottom. So it takes away the top, keeps the bottom side there. We have a middle, and then we have a top. So the idea is you can make that as high as you want it to. So again, just to kind of show you, just to be daft. There we go. So trim it. And then cycle through. So bottom, middle, middle, top. Top, middle, 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 bottom, 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 bottom. There we go. There we go. Right. So again, loads of different options with that. And then we've got the same with the medium pillars. Might as well keep it the same. My OCD. So medium variety. Bottom. Middle. top. And the reason why we haven't got a single pillar with that, if you put it on there, it would just look crazy. It's just too fat to have a standard full pillar. But again, you can go super big with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Yeah, we've gone past it as always. There we go. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, buddy. There we go. So medium-sized pillars. Again, I think they're pretty good. Obviously, you can't really snap things to them in terms of like wall decor and stuff. It does stick through. I think it might actually work on the medium one, but the large one clearly it's just massive. Doesn't let you do it. You know what? Let's just put them together. There's no point in spreading these out because they're too big. But yeah, same as before. Fatter, middle. You know what? I need to do 2 middles because it'll look dumpy if we don't. In fact, we'll go a little bit higher as well. They're huge, but again, I think this mod lends itself to building big structures, and pokey pillars just don't cut it, I guess. So there we go. So 3 different variants of pillars, and I think they work super good, super well. We haven't added any trim to the thin ones yet. What we have added though to the quarter ones, we didn't get a chance to showcase this on the previous stream because they weren't in. But we do have obviously quarter versions or half versions of all of these pillars. So again, just quickly show you in the trim still. We have a full half, and then we have a few different variants. We have the half bottom, half middle, half top, and then we have these guys here, which is probably easier for me to show you on the ceiling. So we have what we call vaulted ceilings, but they're done on pillars. So again, a lot of medieval Gothic builds used to have kind of vaulted kind of ceilings in their builds. So this is a quick and easy way to do it. So if you had pillars, you'd put 2 of these down, and then you can continue with full pillars if you wanted to hit the ground. Yeah, like so. And then we just cycle through the variants. So again, we would skin the whole thing. As we did before, we had the bottom, the middle, and the top. But you'd go for another middle on this one because obviously we've got a half. Then we go with the top. And then we cycle through to the vault. So that's one way of doing it, so it looks like it's on a pillar. So as a build, you can have these all the way... What the hell? You get these all the way through the build. No worry. How you doing, Uncouth Kid? Yeah, there's loads of different options for this. But yeah, so this is what... If you are doing this all the way through, you could. Again, just quickly cycle through. So again, you can do it any way you want. So you go for this guy. You do a top. God damn it. Too quick with this gun. Middle. Middle. Bottom. So that's one thing you could do. And if you look through the build, that'll look pretty cool all the way through. Obviously, I'm not going to do loads and loads and loads. But what you could also do is the second variant has a kind of cool little cap piece on it. So a lot of these used to have like a pillar, a cap, and a pillar. It just gives you loads of different variations, options, sorry, with these variations. So that's one thing that you didn't see on the previous stream. The next thing I want to show you, which I really love, is... God, I'm running out of room! is... these guys here. So again, just quickly setting the scene. There we go. Skinned up. And let's say we have a little roof on there as well. Why not? Makes it easier to show. Okay, so slope walls, put them all upside down, like so. And if you skin these, we get a kind of nice kind of arched variant of it, which is pretty cool. It does have a bit of detail on there as well. You have these guys, but also there's variants on that as well. So similar, I think you see this last time. In here, we have one that has a gargoyle's head on there. Again, nice little detail. And we also have one with a crow's head on there. The plan is to get these eyes to glow. That'll be pretty cool if we could do that. You can also put two sloped walls in the same ceiling and make an even pointier arch. I think I know what you mean. But yeah, that there is a good little, you know, if you're building a corridor, that works. But also as well, if you change the variants on these as well, you know, this works pretty cool as additional detail. You know, as I was saying before, and it even works with this as well. The guy, you know, the heads are in between, and you could change that to a bird if you wanted to. You know, so it just gives you so much more kind of like depth to a build. You know, if you're looking at this here, it looks like you've put, you know, 20 different pieces together, and all you've done is put like, you know, a couple of walls. Things you can also do, I don't know if this was what Crazy's talking about. You can also kind of make cool patterns with them as well. So, like that. And the good thing is as well, if you cycle through the variants, they're not upside down. The gargoyles have actually switched around. So again, just a cool little, like, it's adaptable basically. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So again, I know what you mean. Here we go. I know what you mean. Yeah. So yeah, as Crazy mentioned, side by side. Yeah, it gives you that nice little kind of additional archway with them as well. So yeah, loads of different variations, loads of different things you can do with that. So yeah, that is the slope walls. Other thing we've got in here is as well is sticking with the bolts that we had before. Let's stick a few more of these down. The roofs. Are you talking about the vaulted ceilings, Crazy? The roof bits are in the trim. Is this the for the that we were going to be putting in the village trim? Yeah, the toppers. Is that what you mean? Ah, yes. You know what? I did forget, so I'll do that next. Right. Okay. So yeah. Next thing we've got: place the ceiling down, use the trim. You get a much bigger vault. So again, the idea behind this would be you'd stick a load of these together. I don't know why I skinned that with the castle skin, but I did. You put a load of these together, and then what you would do is you would cycle through the variants to create a full arch like so. Obviously, you're not going to get the full effect, but this is the kind of thing you would do. Each one needs to go the right way around, or it doesn't work. But you can kind of see there is a quick build. You can have fully vaulted roofs all the way through, and that looks pretty cool in a proper build. Obviously, it's hard to tell when you're looking at this, but in terms of, you know, a Gothic feel, a Gothic vibe, as soon as you start putting the walls up around it, like this, and you know, adding skins to it, you know, and you're looking up, it's a pretty cool design for the roof. So yeah, we've got large vaulted ceilings, which is pretty cool. And as Crazy mentioned, we've also got some large kind of steps as well, like we have in Castlecraft. So again, if you want to make large stairs, you can do that by placing a roof down. Like that. And again, we could stick these here. Nope, that's a stair. So again, if you've got much bigger builds, you can have much wider staircases as well. I think it definitely does. We've tried it. So a lot of the Decor stuff in Castlecraft will 100% work with this as well. And that was one of the things, although we want it to be a standalone mod, we did say we kind of wanted them to be able to kind of work together, if that makes sense as well. So the whole idea is almost like a I don't know, like a family of like mods that you can kind of just like, you know, build to your heart's content. Especially on a roleplay server, you could have like, you know, you go to like a dark area of the map and it's like all Gothic, and then you go a little further down, you've got more of like the Shire and stuff with Castlecraft. But yeah, as Crazy said, you know, if you had a big overhang, you know, a big overhang like this, and there was another window or something along them lines. So I'm going to pretend this is a window. I should have just put a window down, to be fair. Don't know why I didn't. You could literally put a ceiling, a roof sloped like that. You know, and give yourself much kind of bigger kind of like overhangs as well. So all the parts... Oh, I didn't realise that. So here we go. What am I trying to do here? Except for the ramps on other... Yeah, so many different varieties now. And different variations. For like larger overhangs. And keeping with overhangs, we've also got... Yeah, to be honest with you, that is 100%. Oh, this is why, to be fair, one of the best things we've done is personally was getting into doing mods, because, you know, another thing I'm thinking of, if I'd done a build like this for instance, with triangles. Yeah, getting into mods was great because, you know, we actually build stuff that we'd want to, I don't know, play with ourselves. God, man, what you doing, Aaron? I'm trying to. I'm getting giddy. I'm getting giddy. There we go. So this build here, I've done this so many times. I ain't gonna do the whole thing, but I've done this kind of build so many times where we've done this and we stuck a couple of windows up. Yeah, I love playing with myself. It's it's a thing. But again, this will show. I can show you the other things in the decor set as well now, in the trim set. Well, by doing this, so yeah, this is a good example of where this would work. And then obviously we would just add the other variants in there as well. So let's just do this. Again, I'm just going to go with little podgy window there. Bit of a thinner one there. Crazy. I can't help myself, but it will make we can showcase the I can showcase the other pieces as well by doing this. So it's there's method in the madness. There's method in the madness. Did you see the grand stair comment? No, you. Oh, right. No, I've never even done it. I've never even tried that. So you need to send us a picture, Cyan, because it'd be cool to see what that would look like. But I guess, yeah, I can't see why you couldn't really. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, you could. Yeah, dead easy. Right. The next thing I want to show you, the new and improved, never going to change ever again because it's been changed 800 times. The battlements. So again, we tried spiky battlements last time round, didn't really fit. We've gone with a different design this time round, and this is kind of someone mentioned earlier about having like slitted like arrow windows. We've actually got something in here in the battlement which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's no reason why we can't replicate that in the come on here and get your words out. In the walls. So battlements. What do we think? Please be nice. What do we think of this one here? I personally think this one works a lot better than the previous one. And also, there's a variant in there as well. So we've got, like, obviously, a one with the kind of a cross in there as well. We haven't finished, or we haven't added the corners yet. Because, again, there's no point in doing the corners if no one's happy with... if no one's happy with the battlements. But I've already... Oh, good, man. I'm looking forward to having a Gothic craft song. We need a theme tune. But we do think, now... when these are together, it really does kind of give it a much better feel. It's more medieval, but it's also got a Gothic vibe. And I do like the fact that, you know, we've got this variant here where, you know, every other one you could, you know, add a cross to give it a bit more of a kind of, I don't know, menacing evil kind of vibe, you know. So yeah, hopefully if you like them, we didn't want to go any further with them unless you said yes or no. So love them, says more gamer. Alter Ego says that looks sweet. Oh, love that. All right, okay, good. I think we've got a general consensus. I'm happy. Finally, only took 20 attempts. Oh God. Battlements. Done. Happy days. Happy days. Right. So. Next thing I want to show you is they are really cool. So, it's going to put a bit more foundation support. Yes, it's a really good point. Yeah, ideally, if we can, ideally, be good. Right, okay, so I'm just going to quickly knock this up again. Come on, Aaron, get your brain into gear. You know what? Shove it. We'll just go out with ceilings. Not yet. So we've you'll see in a bit. We've just started looking at the decor side of it. So yeah, things like that 100% will be adding in. But hopefully you'll get to see some cool stuff tonight. There's a few other things that we still haven't showcased, and yeah, we've still got a few tricks up our sleeve. So, you know what? Let's go with the large walls. Let's show the large walls now. Where are they? Where's my large walls? Am I going mad? Ah, they're there. Not when I finish building it, crazy. I'm just going to skin this up for now so you can get an idea, and then we'll show you what we're going to show you. Again, just a hodgepodge mix match of this mismatch of the of the mod, but you get the idea. There we go. Right, okay, so a couple of new exciting additions to this. Again, we're sticking with the trim. If you trim a large wall, you get something pretty sweet. You get a battlement. And so if this was me building this, I would go bang, and I would do them every other, personally. So again, get out the way, tree, come on. So there we go. These would be ideally on a base as opposed to how I'm doing it, but again, doesn't matter, does it? We can hide them. But there we go. So again, you've got battlements. Again, the only way and the best way we could think about doing it would be doing it on a large wall. So you are limited to like 4 high. But I am going to see if we can think of a way to do it so you can build these yourself as well. But I think, yeah, battlement buttress I meant. So yeah, flying buttresses. The idea is, you can just make these at your leisure now. But yeah, obviously there's no collision because it is a wall. But there we go. We do have buttresses now. Good, I'm glad, and this is the whole idea of these streams, so you can get a feel for the mod, and yeah, hopefully it'll get your creative juices flowing. Oh, you know what? I forgot to showcase this last stream as well. We've got a ladder. We have got a ladder in the courtyard. I'll stick that in for now. Let me show you the ladder because I do think it's quite cool. Nope. Where is it? Oh no, I haven't got it here. Damn it. I want to show you my ladder. I want to show you what ladder. We've got a ladder. We have got a ladder, people. There we go. So we've got a chain ladder. And I don't know if you can tell, but obviously, well, you can tell, you can see it, but we've got this kind of bronze. That's what's going to be on all of these pieces as part of like a material switch. So there we go. There's the flying buttresses. Next thing I want to show you is these are pretty cool. We have little overhangs, so similar again to Castlecraft. So if you are building something and you had like an overhang, you want to add a bit more kind of depth to the build. Using that, I'll just quickly, I don't know why, I always skin it first with the standard structure, stupidly. Okay, there we go. So we have got these. We've also got this one, and we've also got the larger one. Again, you've got to have all these different variants because it depends which way you're sitting. Are you standing? Are you facing? Are you placing stuff? Dear Welcome and Cosforge, can you please drop everything and push this release? We need it now, says AJ. Rowan says, I'm already building something, just waiting for the skins. God, good stuff. There we go. So we've got a couple of extra kind of details in terms of like overhangs as well. So I think that works pretty well. And the other thing we need to show you is that it for trim for now? Crazy. Is that all the trim pieces? I haven't got my notes. If you could confirm, that would be great, because I think that is it for now in terms of the trim. Oh, that'd be one massive thing that I've totally forgot. Good. What I'd love to do, and what I might look at doing if we've got the time, is that you've got, you know how we've got the pillars where you've got like the single pillar, and then you can make these bigger pillars. I might have, so we've got the single buttress, but then if you're making a huge build, you've got a bottom butt, a middle butt, and a top butt. But it wouldn't be as like as detailed as that. You maybe just got like or even just scaled up and chop it into 3. Possibly. Right, okay. So, last thing I want to show you tonight, and thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I appreciate all your ideas and suggestions as well. I want to show you the new structure set we've got, and that is the Decor. What I will do before I go on to that, though, I will quickly show you. I showed you on the previous stream. We do have a piece that goes on initially. It goes on the village set. We might move this into the castle set because we don't have a village set yet. But there we go. So there, just quickly put these on. And these are little kind of toppers for your roofs. And again, they've got a lot of detail. Look pretty cool. And there's also an end cap as well. They need swapped out, but the idea is there's an end cap on one of them, and the idea is that'll stick kind of over the top there as well. But yeah, as Crazy said, it works on both roofs. But yeah, so we've got a little topper. Cool little topper there. And obviously we've got the halves and stuff, and because it's on a railing, you can take them down if you wanted to. So there's that. So yeah, last thing we need to show tonight is our first kind of addition to the Decor set. And this one is skinned to the artifact pedestal. And if you've used to Castlecraft, I'm sure you can kind of guess what's coming now. Actually, let me do it this way. I will put it on a pillar. In fact, no, I'll place them all down first. So let me get a ladder. Let me get a ladder. Not done this for a while. Ladder trick. Go. Right, okay. Yeah, you know what, Cyan? I think that's a good point. Yeah, it does look... It looks pretty cool, because they're actually in between... To be fair, and this isn't by luck, it was designed that way, that it did fit in between these. So yeah, the idea was... The plan was you could use it on... It's meant to be for the village, but you should be able to use it on any other roof that we do. And that is the truth. Right, okay. So, here we go. We've added pinnacles. Pinnacles? I think that's what they're called. We've added pinnacles now. Similar to Castlecraft, but we've added quite a few different varieties. So we have a load. So I'm just going to quickly stick these down. And then cycle through the variants. And I'll show you how you would use them in a build as well. Because obviously, rather than free pricing them, it's always nice to have things kind of square. But yeah, just to quickly show you the different pinnacles we've got. So we've got this one. We've got the other one on a... It's obviously on a bigger base. Got the small one. Small one, a big base. It's truth. It's the truth about the roof. So I'm just going to quickly go through all these. Get these right. And then we'll have a little look. It's typical. I missed off one. I needed one more. Okay, let's just... There we go. And the last one. Hello, lad. Need a bit more space for this one because it's quite a big guy. In fact, we're going to need a little bit more space than that. Let's do that. And let's... again, I want to get this straight, so we'll pillar. Pillar. Oh. Do. There we go. So we've got also this as well. So quickly go through these. So yeah, quite a few pinnacles. And again, I think, you know, the idea is you'll notice that we're going to be doing more of this in the decor side of it. So these will be obviously main structures. There will be trim, but the decor will just kind of give you a little bit more added kind of oomph. And because these are decor items, what you can do with these is there is a scale variant for it. So you can scale these up, so you can kind of make them, you know, twice their size, or you can make them smaller as well. But again, at the minute we've got, this is the first version of our kind of towers. You know, someone mentioned before about having little spikes on the top. We've got that there. So again, there will be more of these coming, but we kind of want to showcase and show you kind of, you know, kind of the idea behind it and where we're going to be going with this. And yeah, again, as an example, you know, you could put this on top of here if you wanted to. Let's just try this. Again, this isn't going to be like in the right spot because I'm just rushing. But, you know, you've got a tower. And if we want to make this one bigger, Good idea. You know what? Really good point. Especially this one here with the gaps in it. If you put an artifact inside, it would look pretty cool. But again, if I was building this in like real life, not like this pretend thing I'm doing. Yeah, you need. We'll do that now, Crazy. So let's say we're doing a build here. What I would do for this guy, because again, we've been quite clever in terms of how we've done this. These bases, they are a quarter ceiling. These will fit on a quarter ceiling. So if you are building something, as an example, let's say you're building a base, a castle, just bear in mind your standard version of these will work, or they'll fit before they're scaled up. Will fit on a quarter. Where's my quarter? There we go. So if these were going to be like, you know, sticky out bits, let's go with that. What I would be doing is a ceiling, and then again, this is just real kind of like rough. So the base is pretty much in line. And that's the same with them all. Yeah, but you can't. But you can't put a pillar. You can't put a pillar on a quarter. On a quarter ceiling, Crazy. Or you could. You didn't used to be able to anyway. No, you can't. Right, okay, so let's get this in the middle of there. So let's say we want it here. So we're going to do... It is really dumb. It is really dumb. But you can. Because this is how I would be doing it. I would put the ceiling under, the pillar underneath the artifact pedestal. And then snap that to there. There we go. Skin it. And then cycle through. So that's, you know, one little version. Again, I would probably go back if I was gonna make it bigger. So I'd go back here, like there, and then snap my pillar to there. There we go. But again, you can see quite quickly how cool you can make the build look just by adding the deco. So that's the plan. We'll get all the structure set done properly, then add a load of deco items to it. But yeah, so what was that code, Crazy? Let me quickly just get that in. Let's copy that. Yeah, it's a good idea, this. Yeah, and again, on a night time. Oh, on a night time. Doesn't glow on this map. But anyway, we're gonna... yeah, I think it works. I think it works. And that is Gothic Craft for now. So, yeah. We've had an absolute ton since the previous stream in a week, and obviously we want to continue to kind of add to this throughout the next few weeks as well. As I said, it has been submitted for a review from Wildcard and CourseForge, so fingers crossed it does get released soon. But yeah, hopefully, as I said, I can continue to do this. We'll do this every Thursday, and obviously the more you are on here who have been here regularly, we'll not keep going through all of the stuff we've already gone through, but we can kind of start looking at some of the new pieces, the new sets, that type of thing. But yeah, as Crazy said, that's all, folks. A week's worth of updates. I think we've got a lot more in there than we had last week. And yeah, I can't wait to show you kind of what we've got planned for the rest of the mod. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your suggestions, your ideas, your input as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next week on the next stream. Before I go though, I do need to say a massive thank you to everyone who donated tonight. There was quite a few, so yeah, I'm not going to apologise, but I need to say a thank you to all them because it's only right that I do so. So, huge thank you to the following people. Oh, come on, YouTube. I can't even see who's donated. What's going on? Oh my god. Huge thank you to the following people. And they've all gone. Let me see if I can refresh this. Yes! Oh god. That would have been so bad. Okay, huge thank you to Mikey's Gaming Oasis coming in with 5 gifted members. Thank you so much for them. The Reverend with his donation. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Appreciate it. 20 coming in. Amy with a massive 50. Thank you so much for that, Amy. Honestly, absolute legend. To Nax for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Welcome to the team. To Danny, 26 months as a member. Thank you so much for your continued support. Faithful, 10 gifted members, as always. Insane. Thank you so much for that. And also a $50 donation as well. Honestly, cannot thank you enough for that. Thank you so much. Faithful. Also, White Knight, 64 months as a member. Insane amount of time to support the channel. Appreciate it. And also more games at the end with the 5 gifted members as well. So thank you so much for all of that. Thank you so much for all your time. And also putting up with me mumbling and fumbling around this mod tonight. But yeah, and also thanks to Crazy. I don't say it enough, but thanks for working on this mod with me as well. Couldn't do it without you. And I think it's credit to obviously his skills as well that we've managed to pull this off. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone. Thank you so much, Crazy. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you all on the next stream. Bye, everyone.